Hello, and welcome to another incredible episode of the Airedale. Today, we will be covering why it's important to do well on the ACT and the SAT, what you need to do to prepare for college, and much, much more. So sit back, relax, because the Airedale starts now.
Directly from the Alma High School news studio, covering news and sports from where it matters. You're watching the Airedale.
Everyone picks their path, but when it comes down to the ACT and the SAT, they help determine what college would accept you. Here's Tyson Shepard with more.
With testing season right around the corner, everyone is asking which test provides more opportunities to the students. With both tests costing money, which one is the best for your buck? Here to tell you more is Miss Moore.
Both the ACT and the SAT are college admissions exams, and that's what colleges use to determine the level of readiness for a student to go to college. And so statistics and data over the years has shown that if students have a certain score on the ACT, it's a 19. I can't even speak to the SAT to be sure, but they are 75% more likely to have a B or better in their college classes if they can score a 19. And so basically taking the test gives students an idea of their college readiness, but it also gives colleges an idea of whether students are going to be successful. And so they use that as admissions criteria, and especially for scholarships. ACT scores and SAT scores are very important for determining whether students will receive scholarships to different universities. So if you want to go to college, you have to take one of those tests, and the more you take them and the higher you score, the better off you're going to be.
It's the best.
Arkansas is really an ACT state, so most colleges in Arkansas, that's what they typically receive, but they will take SAT scores as well. If you want to go out of state to different schools, especially in the Northeast or in the West, SAT is more prolific. That's the one that they typically use. And so, you know, just depending on your idea of what you want to do. And it also really depends on what kind of test taker you are, because the ACT has a science section that the SAT doesn't have. The SAT math section doesn't cover nearly as much as the ACT math section does. So it really is individualized to every student as far as what your strengths are. But like I said, ACT is the ACT Aspire is all geared toward preparing students for the ACT. And so I would say that most of our kids are more prepared to be more successful on the ACT, but there are some that the SAT can score better on. So it just depends on individual strengths.
Both tests have their advantages depending on the student, but everyone's in luck because everyone can take both tests. If you're only wanting to take one though, the ACT is the way to go in Arkansas. This is Tyson Shepard signing out.
We offer college prep classes to anyone at the high school to get them prepared for their journey to college. Trenton Broyles has more.
Alma School District has a class over college prep, which it has guest speakers.
Okay, so college and career readiness affects the kids in the high school two ways. It helps you if you're college bound to go to college. You'll work more towards college skills and things you need to do to get ready, such as applications and scholarships. If you're career bound, it will help you learn workplace discipline, all the soft skills like teamwork, getting to work on time, customer service, problem solving, critical thinking, and some kids get all of it depending on which way their career or college is going to go. It can be very individualized per student.
You get time to research for scholarships.
If you're going to college, it benefits you because you have time in class to apply for college. You have time in class to research scholarships and apply for scholarships during class time.
All students can benefit for this.
And if you're going career bound, it will help you because you're learning soft skills that you need. And also for both, whether you're going college bound or career bound, you can earn your career workplace certificate through the state of Arkansas.
They are learning study techniques.
We do have some financial literacy in here. You will learn basic budgeting and skills, cost of insurance, what types of insurance are for what do you need. So yes, some financial. I think it helps all kids. All students will benefit from this, especially if they earn their career readiness certificate. Whether they're going career bound or college bound, that can already be in place, and it helps kids make higher wages once they go into the workforce. For college, they're learning good study habits and skills to help them stay on task, study techniques, and of course just having their applications and scholarships and deciding where they want to go. We also do a lot of tours of schools, colleges. We have a lot of guest speakers for colleges and career bound. And the kids, we visit 2 or 3 local colleges, and they have a chance to take an Accuplacer exam, which lets them know where they stand if they didn't score so well on the ACT, and if they're going to need to take remedial classes or not.
I'm Trenton Broyles, signing out for the Airedale.
Students learn how to strive on Microsoft Word and how to excel in all categories. Here's Stephen Miller with more.
Ninth graders in Alma High School are required to take Survey of Business so they can learn computer business applications.
Okay, so Survey of Business is going to be good for most young people going into either college or the workforce. Today, a lot of the jobs you have are going to be technologically based, meaning it's going to have some kind of software that you're going to have to use. Well, in Survey of Business, we teach how to use Microsoft Office products as well as the Google Suite.
Survey of Business can be applied in many of the jobs that we have today.
With this class, you can go into really any job in particular. So your fast food restaurants are definitely going to be needing some people that can work their registers and whatnot, but going beyond fast food, you're going into maybe a business setting where you're looking at spreadsheets or some word processing where you have to type out a document such as that, or you may have to go into a boardroom and do a presentation for a group of people to sell your product. So there's a lot of different aspects of where you could use all of these different types of software that we're teaching you at Survey of Business.
I've used it for science fair several times, actually I used the skills I learned in Survey of Business for a science fair. I think that's what progressed me all the way to state the past couple of years, because I've had really good documentation because I learned how to use styles in Microsoft Word. And I used the tables and charts and formatting skills in Excel for my data in science fair as well.
Survey of Business is effective for many of the ninth grade students, and they will use it in their future careers. My name is Stephen Miller with Airways Media, signing out.
Valentine's Day is filled with love and compassion. Anna Pixley has more on the story.
Valentine's Day is a sweet day, but what really makes people love the holiday? I'm here to find out.
I think what I love most about Valentine's is just how happy everyone seems to be. Like, there's a glow in the air, and everybody seems to be having fun, and it's just a really fun atmosphere, really positive.
Seeing all my friends' reactions when they're in relationships, it's funny seeing how they react to what the other person got them. It's really funny teasing them too.
Basically getting gifts and notes saying that people care about you and they're glad that you're in their life and everything.
As we've heard from these students, Valentine's Day is more than getting gifts. It's about having a good laugh with friends and feeling loved by others who care most for you.
I'm looking forward to seeing all the people who get to have all these fun, there's gonna be so many couples out, and they're gonna have all these you're gonna see people who are so happy. They're gonna have giant stuffed animals and chocolates and just all the love in the air, and see what the school decorates with.
All the people coming together and watching all their face expressions and all their reactions that they have.
I'm looking forward to candy, just getting Valentine's, spending some time with friends and family.
Have a happy Valentine's Day. This is Autumn Pixley signing out with Airwaves Media.
There are many wonderful teachers here at Alma High School that go above and beyond to help their students succeed. Here's Shane Lays to tell us more about one teacher that went above and beyond to help her students succeed.
I was honored but also humbled that somebody would think enough of me to make me a teacher for the week.
Here at Alma High, we have amazing teachers, but some teachers go way beyond the expectations that are given to make sure that the students are striving and learning to the best of their ability.
When I was in school, I thought math was so easy, and I thought if I could make students understand it the way that I understood it, that maybe I would make a difference in someone's life.
Ms. Cantrell is working towards helping them figuring out their potential. She helps them by giving feedback and showing them the proper way of learning to get students well on their way to college.
I would probably have gotten into architectural drafting. I like being a designer, and houses and businesses really interest me. Outside of school, I like to knit and crochet and raise a whole lot of pets.
I think she's a really good teacher, and she does a good job of helping students when they need to be helped, and she does a good job of explaining how to do things.
The dedication and hard work of teachers like Ms. Cantrell are what make our students succeed later in life. I'm Shane Lays with Airwaves Media.
Mr. Warnock, our beloved Alma Intermediate School principal, is leaving us to retire this year. Let's go to Shelby Bishop for more.
Jim Warnock has been with Alma School District for quite a while, and not only does he do his job, but he strives to help all his students succeed.
Let's see, I came to Alma 19 years ago. It was 2001, and so I've been here 19 years. And the first time I ever got involved in education was actually through working band camps and working with kids in music, and ended up going to college for education degree and taught for a number of years before becoming a school principal. Well, I enjoyed working with kids, have a great group of teachers, and Alma tends to attract really good quality teachers, so that made it more fun to be the principal there at the intermediate school. And it was a lot of fun watching those kids grow up and come back on campus several years later. And needless to say, if you stay somewhere 19 years, you end up hiring former students as teachers. So that's been a real fun thing to watch.
When finding his way from being a principal to retiring, he wants to spend more time with his grandkid.
I've got a new grandson, looking forward to doing some visiting with him. I'm actually looking forward to trying to get in better shape. I'm always trying to squeeze hikes and things like that around work, so I'm hoping to have some big blocks of time to try to get in a little bit better shape. So if I can stay healthy and in good shape, maybe I can get from, rather than going 15 miles a day, maybe I can get up to 20 miles a day on hikes.
Being a part of Alma has given him so many opportunities, and he loves what he does.
Well, I think the most memorable part at Alma really was actually going to a training that was designed for school principals. I went to the Arkansas Leadership Academy and was involved in the Principals Institute. And I remember it really challenging the way I had been doing my thing as a principal and challenging me to be better. So that gave me a real opportunity to grow. And then Alma was a good place to do that growing in because I had such a good staff and good administrators to work with. So as you work at being a teacher or work at being an administrator or a principal, you become better. So that's the lesson I learned from that. So through those whole 19 years, I'm just trying to be getting better, at what I do. We're real fortunate in Alma that we've got educators that seem committed to doing their very best teaching with the kids. And we're fortunate that we have a community that values what the schools are doing, a community that values student safety and makes a commitment to doing the right things for students.
From Airwaves Media, this has been Shelby Bishop.
Our very own Alma High School Band is working very hard to prepare for a competition coming up. Austin Smith has more details about this endeavor.
The high school band is working very hard for the region assessment.
I practice every day and I go over my music and I'm mentally prepared and I try not to overwork myself.
Many students are practicing every day to prepare themselves for upcoming assessment.
I practice 7 days a week for 30 minutes.
The expectations had set high to the band director to help the students succeed.
We've been working really hard for the past 6 weeks, working on the 3 required pieces that we have to play for the judges. We've been having sectional time before school, before class starts. We've sent some kids out with other band directors to work on specific parts of the music. And all students have been required to do a weekly pass-off that they're turning in through Google Classroom.
This is Austin Smith, signing out.
The art department here at Alma High School is bringing color to the pack with a lively mural for everyone to enjoy. Madison Law for more.
The Alma High School art students have started on their 4th mural this school year.
I think it's really awesome that my kids have the chance to display their artwork in somewhere that's so public and such a large scale and just kind of out of the norm. Rather than being on the ground, it's up in the air. So I think it's really cool that my kids have the opportunity to do it. Absolutely. I think the Performing Arts Center is a place where hundreds of thousands of people come a year, and so just the fact that the high school's students' artwork is the first thing you're going to see when you walk in the door, I think it just speaks volumes to us as a program and us as a school and us as a district. Teresa Slayball, who is the person that's head of the Performing Arts Center, she contacted me a couple years ago wanting to do this, and I had a lot of other city projects that we were in the middle of doing, and so I said, we'll do it, but we just gotta get these done first. And so she's been asking for this for a while, so we're excited to get to actually deliver this year on it.
As you can see, some people think the mural will benefit the school.
And then when we're finished, we're going to get pictures of different students here at the high school doing, playing instruments and singing and acting and all kinds of things. And we'll be using their silhouettes as the images that are going to be on the stages. So it's not only reflective of us as an art class, but it's also reflective of us as an entire school, because our kids are literally going to be in the mural. Absolutely. You can see it from the road. Anybody who drives by the Performing Arts Center can see it. When you walk in, I mean, it's ginormous. There's 2 of them, so you can't miss it.
I'm Madison Law, signing out with Airways Media.
If you've been on the internet lately, you know about the coronavirus in China. It's not much different than the flu, but it's still just as serious. Here's Noah with more.
Coronavirus, a strand of flu that's been scaring a lot of people in the United States and even some kids here at Alma High School. But should we really be scared about it?
Well, at this moment, I don't think the coronavirus is affecting Alma. A lot of times people will get they'll overreact a little bit to a lot of things that they see around the nation, but I really don't see Alma as an international place where a lot of people that would be coming here from China.
With that being said, the flu is more of a worry than the coronavirus, with a study showing that the flu has infected 15 million people in the United States, while the coronavirus has only affected 13.
Doctors recommend to get the flu shot. Everybody should get the flu shot. Even if you say you can still get the flu, but a lot of times it won't be a severe case, but go with what the doctors recommend.
With Airways Media, this is Noah McClanahan, signing out.
Nowadays, politics is everything, and just a small chat about them can turn into a big argument. With so much at stake, we have our one and only Zachary Miller talking to some teachers on what this year's election is going to be like.
The presidential election is happening this year. Here is what some people look for in a president.
I look for someone who is going to be able to lead this country into an area of strength and have a strong economy. Make sure that they address the needs of all the people that live here, not just a certain group. Make sure that they also have a moral and ethical responsibility in their heart and head and not feel a need to be a bully. And that they are also willing to do the best thing for the country and not the best thing for themselves.
I want somebody that is going to represent the interests of the people, that will do what is in the best interest of the people and not what's in his own best interest, or her own, I guess, right? Someone that is dependable and that you can trust to stay consistent. So they're going to do what they say they're going to do, and they're not going to change their minds.
Here's why it's important to vote for a president.
our forefathers left England and because they were under the monarchy and they did not want to be under that heavy rule anymore. And it really appalls me sometimes that we have lots of people that do not vote because in many countries you are not given that right.
I am Zachary Millers from Airways Media.
Becoming good at anything in life takes time and dedication. This hard work is seen in students that get signed on and recruited onto a college team. Here's Bobby Taylor for more on one student's incredible journey.
Many athletes don't get the opportunity to play next level of sports. We have one very talented athlete that gets the opportunity to play the next level.
Well, I never know, but I think I'm mentally prepared, and I think Alma football has helped me with that.
The journey for Grayson Bay has brought many blessings that have helped him be successful in his endeavor.
I'm very blessed to have a bunch of guys around me that are willing to help me, and my coaches have just been a huge influence on me, and they have been very good to me. So.
The successes for this young athlete has just begun as he moves on to his college career. This is Bobby Taylor with Airways Media signing out.
Everyone loves animals, but people don't see the hard work that goes into taking care of animals at a shelter. Here's Dell with a look of how you can help out at a local shelter.
Shelters always need volunteers, and Almost Home isn't any exception of that rule.
Oh yeah, that's a good girl. Here, Ed.
So we have 2 shifts a day. We come in and someone is cleaning the kennels, refilling water as there are people out walking dogs. So, I mean, the majority of the volunteers will be walking dogs. There will be 1 or 2 people in here cleaning, changing the water, making food, giving medicine. I mean, day to day, that's the normal routine of being at the shelter and volunteering. We also have other volunteer opportunities, like vet runs. If you just wanted to help out for like an hour or 2, you could ask us when we have dogs dropping off at the vet for spay and neuter, if they have to get their shots. So, I mean, we have other opportunities aside from just being at the shelter on property and volunteering. We do have laundry every day because we try to be sure that every dog has a blanket on their bed when we leave for the evening and the morning shift. So if those are soiled or dirty, we wash those. So we normally have several bags of laundry a day. So people can definitely come by, pick up a bag of laundry, drop it off when they're done with it. We have transport sometimes that we need drivers for. I mean, there are several other opportunities. We have fundraising events and stuff that volunteers can not only help plan the fundraisers, but also be part of the day that the fundraiser is happening. So they would just need to get with us on what they could help with, and we could definitely find something that everyone can do.
I just like being able to help because after I was asked to start volunteering here, I realized how bad the situation is in Van Buren with so many dogs that are strays and that don't have homes. The shelter started in March of 2017. We try to either find them a home locally or we transport them to one of our rescue partners in another state. And Polly actually already has an adopter in Rhode Island, so she'll be leaving soon.
You could be that one person who might make an animal's day. Heck, they might even make yours. Do your part and volunteer at a shelter near you. This is Del Combs signing out.
This concludes our show for today.
Please make sure to like and subscribe.
And as always, thanks for watching another episode of
The Airedale.